Estimating oil reserves has proven the most controversial topic ever debated within the energy community, surpassing even the clash over nuclear power. The controversy harkens back to the very beginning of the 20th century, grounded in opposite views about the threat posed by oil depletion. This means that we are now into the third generation of contenders. As the dispute unfolded, different streams of thought became progressively entrenched in separate organizations and spheres of influence. From its very outset, the discussion was plagued by a profusion of classifications, definitions, and technical procedures, and moreover, impaired by the lack of binding international standards for the reporting of oil reserves. One important advance in this domain came from the common terminology established by the two most important professional organizations in the field, the Society of Petroleum Evaluation Engineers and the American Association of Petroleum Geologists. Beginning with the wider horizon of petroleum initially in place, they proposed the concept of ultimate recoverable resources to account for the total amount of oil historically produced, the discovered reserves, and the oil to be discovered in the future. Overall, the taxonomy encompasses several levels of forking from the existing mineral stock, resources, to the existing mineral stock which is both technically and economically exploitable, ultimate recoverable resources, over to the existing mineral stock, technically and economically exploitable, and that could be produced and marketed now, reserves. The point at which resources may be considered commercially exploitable sets the boundary for the new classification of reserves. Reserves, in turn, are further categorized according to three levels of confidence. Proven reserves, 1P or P90, comprise the estimates for which there is a high degree of certainty of commercially recoverable oil given the prices and costs prevailing and under existing technical conditions. In probabilistic terms, P90 classification entails that after the accomplishment of detailed seismic analysis studies, core sampling, well logging, and other tests, there should be at least a 90% probability that the quantities recovered will equal or exceed the estimate. Probable reserves, 2P or P50, comprise the estimates of more likely than not commercially recoverable reserves. P50 classification indicates that, although unproven, geological and engineering data suggest a probability equal to or above 50% that the quantities recovered will equal or exceed the estimate. Possible reserves, 3P or P10, comprise the estimates of reserves less likely to be recovered than probable reserves. In probabilistic terms, the P10 classification entails at least a 10% chance that the recovered quantities will equal or exceed the estimate. The P10 classification is relevant whenever doubts about fluid, rock, and reservoir characteristics raise questions as regards commercial viability. Until recently, much of the historical debate on oil depletion revolved around the number of proven reserves, P1 or P90. This prevailed in conjectures in which uncertainties over the likelihood of finding untapped oil favored the view that proven reserves might be nearer the total resource supply potential. If you want to learn more about classifying oil reserves, you could do so in my book, Economics of Petroleum Reservoirs, which is published on Amazon. Check it out at the link in the description. Please take a second to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do not forget to also hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.